What's up, ladies and gentlemen, my name's Scythe and we are back again for some more Terraria 1.3. We've gone quite crazy, that is to say, I've gone quite crazy. First and foremost, I just gotta say thank you all so much for all your tips, because they've really been helping me out, if not most of all, to inspire me, you know? So I finally took some time, I finally had some time, rather, that's the more important thing, to actually play this game for a couple hours. Just off camera, kind of getting used to the controls and everything like that, because the controls are one of the first things that I always need to get the hang of before I can even comprehend what's actually going on. So we ended up getting Izzy in the last episode when we went over to the left all the way to the ocean. We also ended up getting the dye merchant, and that was because we ended up picking up a strange plant that was told to me in the comments, hey, you need to go and pick up this plant, and then the dye merchant will show up. So that was very, very helpful. Sorry I can't mention you specifically by name because I didn't write down who made what comment. So I just want to say thank you. You guys know who you are. Now behind the scenes, I've actually done, like, as I was just messing around and stuff, we've stumbled upon some mega treasures that I wish I would have gotten on camera, but I needed to get the hang of the controls, because that was pretty much the only thing that was actually like holding me back most of all. And now that I have a kind of a better understanding for it, I'm gonna be reading the wiki a lot more. I already read the wiki a little bit more, and I know what we're gonna do today. We're gonna be going into the Crimson area, using some dynamite to blast our way to the hearts. By the way, if we smash 3 of the hearts, it spawns some weird brain boss, which I've never seen that boss before, because I've only played versions of Terraria before Crimson and all the alternate ore was a part of the game. So we're not going there to spawn the boss, but we are going to try and destroy a couple hearts today so that we can hopefully get the gunner NPC and a couple other things. Now, this strange plant not only ended up spawning this guy, but it turns out if we give him some of these, which I'm going to save this second one that we have right now. I already gave him one, and he gave us some reflective obsidian dye, which is absolutely beautiful. We can actually just put it on our dye slots right here, and now we are a Bala. I am the dark raincoat man. It's awesome. But anyway, I want to hang on to the second one that we got, because we're gonna save that puppy for hard mode, because when we go into hard mode, he ends up giving us different dyes, at least as far as I could tell. Also, I ended up finally doing one of the quests this guy had. Let's see if he has another one right now. So when he actually says these quests, these are actually really cool. Caught in Sky Lakes. So it gives us a nice little summary of what he just said there, where we have to go fishing for him. I caught one of the fish that he wanted over in the frost biome, and then he ended up giving us this journeyman's bait, which I finally am like an expert on fishing, if I do say so myself, where I know now that the bait is not actually consumed every time necessarily. Now, also, of course, we upgraded our fishing rod, and now let's get to the most important thing, which is talking about some of the things that we ended up finding off camera, unfortunately. Now, I created the tungsten chainmail, and you're going to notice that we are not rocking the tungsten helmet right now. We do have it, as far as I know, over in my gear chest. No, I know where it is. Also, I crafted a yo-yo so I could get the hang of it. We found a breathing reed, which I find pretty useless, those things. But anyway, the more important thing is we found a night vision helmet in a cave. So this is actually fantastic because it improves your vision in the dark like so much. It really brightens things up, but we're not gonna rock that right now while it is daytime, just because why would we? The other thing too that we finally found was the ice skates. So these have actually been incredible because they actually make us faster while walking on ice. We don't slip and we don't break ice when we fall on it. So absolutely awesome. Seriously, this has just been like, this was only in the course of like a couple hours. So I'm going to try and keep most of it on camera from now on until we end up getting to another point. So I created a saloon, at least I think that's what it's called in this game. I finally figured out how to make some beds out of You use cobwebs at the loom to create silk, and then you combine that with wood to make some beds, which can set our spawn point as soon as we right click it. Down here, ignore that. I am setting that up so that as soon as we end up killing Skeletron, going into the dungeon and getting the mechanic, then we can end up getting ourselves some wiring down there and killing some enemies and junk. We also ended up coming across a flare gun, which I guess doesn't count as a gun for the, what's his name? The gun character or whatever, but most importantly of all, we found the magic mirror, and this I know for a fact, as soon as I saw that, I freaked out, because I know that this is one of the most useful items in the entire game, because it pretty much replaces the recall potions, so now we can always teleport back to our spawn point, so it's absolutely awesome. I got us some dynamite. I'm checking to see where, oh, there's the demo, man. I deposited most of our money into our piggy bank, so hopefully we have enough right here that we can actually get ourselves, yes, an extra piece of dynamite. Oh, wow, it actually takes it right out of our savings. That is awesome, man. Seriously, I didn't even know that. That is great. So we got some flares as well. I don't really know how to use them, but I am trying to grab us enough TNT or dynamite so that we can blast our way through the rocks, because outside of having a, what is it called? A death-defying pickaxe or something like that. It's something crazy like that. But outside of having a pickaxe like that, we are not going to be able to mine our way through the Crimson. Now, I've been delaying the inevitable a little bit. Let's actually get up to 10. We're probably gonna need 10 anyway, if not more. I also ended up getting us a gold hammer, not that we actually need it, but hey, whatever. Now, I've been delaying a little bit because I built a big house over here that I'm quite proud of. Finally, I also figured out that you can make roofs like this. I didn't even know that the hammer was such a useful tool where you could do stuff like that. Anyway, here's our big house. So it's, oops, gotta jump up to go up there. But here's our big, beautiful house. So this is definitely going to fill up the rest of the NPCs. I am sure of it. We also have a banner up here for some of the eye enemies and stuff like that. And this right here, I'm actually waiting for the grass to grow all the way up to the top. You might be able to see it on the map that's like right on top of me. But I'm trying to set up like a tree farm up in the sky. And we need grass to go up there so that we can. So I actually had this connecting down here so that the grass could kind of connect its way all the way back up. This over here is a little zombie pit. That's why I have the banner right there for fighting. And down there is going into the sand biome, which we have ran into a couple times before, which is the big one that's right under us. That was actually the one that I think we stumbled upon in the first episode or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, we've spent a little too much time explaining things already. I didn't run into any better gear besides all that stuff. I still don't know if I prefer this dark raincoat, but hey, whatever, it's still cool. So what we're gonna be doing right now is, like I said, I want to go over to the Crimson area, which there's one really nearby. I actually already set up a little bit of a tree house over here as well. So hopefully, like, we will be able to set a spawn and stuff like that. I also, inside some chests, I forgot to mention, I have some Eyes of Cthulhu, so that means we can finally spawn the Eye Boss. But we're not going to deal with that one anytime soon, because we definitely need to get a little bit more gear before we're prepared to actually fight that boss. Plus, I'm gonna have to construct some type of an arena, maybe a sky arena or something like that. I don't know. But I constructed this little house over here, which I am quite impressed with. I love little houses like this. Woo! We can double jump right up here, and let's actually set our spawn. Set the spawn. This house is probably not big enough. I bet you anything that's what's going on with it. This is not a valid housing. Well, I don't think that has anything to do with setting the spawn point, but hey, whatever. You know what? That's okay. We don't really need to set our spawn point over there because we're not fighting the boss or anything like that. I will read up afterwards what we actually need in order to set that up, but I am naturally just assuming that that bed is, like, the house that I constructed there, it's probably just too small, like, straight up. So anyway, I don't think we've... Whoa! That flare gun's beautiful! That's sick, man, and it reminds me of aliens. That's awesome. I love it. Uh-oh. Now, are there going to be some hearts down here? That is the real question. I thought I saw an enemy. I guess I didn't. Let's get ourselves... We don't need our hammer, so I'm actually going to hang on to these right now so that we can kind of see where we're going here. Doesn't look like there's many, if any, hearts in this one. There's a demon altar over on the left side of the screen, though, and I noticed that boulder trap right there. Woo! Okay. Alright. Well, you know what? If I really don't want to trip that thing, so I was actually going to try and set up something that we could to protect ourselves, but that's okay. We weren't actually able to. Take this, you stupid chimera freak! No! Get out of my face! So there's more demon altars down here. I don't think we have a hammer that's strong enough to actually take them, as far as I know anyway, right? Let's use our flare gun. Okay. Alright. Get out of here, Shelob! Get out of my face! Where's our rope? Let's use our rope right now. We gotta use it nice and quick, because otherwise more of these spiders are gonna show up. I also didn't end up constructing it, but I wanted to construct some throwable rope, because I think, I just have a suspicion, I didn't actually read this on the wiki or anything, but I have a suspicion that you can actually use it a little bit more effectively than this rope. Oh goodness gracious, this, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, okay, we're doing alright, we're doing alright. This is still a very deadly area, my goodness gracious. But we need this heart. Thank you for giving me a little bit more health. There is a cross right there, a cross statue, which I read up on the statues as well, so now I know that the cross statue, and as well as most of the other ones that we've already collected, are pretty useless. They don't actually, there's a demon heart, they don't actually give us much of anything. Alright, alright. Let's get this heart right here. Num 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 num. And let's blast our way in here. We can actually also make a TNT bunny rabbit, but we're not gonna be doing that. Come on. Come on. Fire in the hole. Yes! Bowser, that was beautiful. Oh my goodness gracious. I had no idea that it was going to be that strong. Like, and destroy that much. Now I hear weird enemies approaching us from all sorts of angles. Oh! What did we get? Oh yeah, we got our first gun. Okay, cool. We got some crimstone. No, that's just crimstone. I totally just noticed now. I didn't even know about that. It actually highlights new items in your inventory. That is insane. I didn't even know about that. So what is this? Is this even good? Probably not. Do we even have any ammo for it? Probably not. Whoa! Where is that ammo? Oh, there it is, the musket balls. Okay. Oh, I don't know why I didn't have our night helmet on the whole time, our nighttime helmet, whatever. Okay, so let's blast our way into here. And we'll be able to get this second heart, and then not much else. But we are going to definitely blast our way through here a little bit. Okay, okay, we're doing good. Did we get anything? Because we're not ready for that boss yet. So we got ourselves, oh my goodness, a much better version of the exact same gun. This one is actually like a legendary or whatever you call it. 7% more damage and 15% knockback, which 15% knockback is pretty darn good for a gun. At least I think it is. So that's pretty crazy, man. That was kind of what I was hoping to actually get us run into today, because now that means the gun merchant is going to be able to spawn next to us sometime. Get out of here, mother slime, you're beautiful. Oh my goodness. Wasps. I forgot about those guys, because as far as I know, they are a very deadly enemy, and yes, they can shoot. So that's not good. That's not good at all. Oh my goodness gracious. And they poison us too. Aha, okay. So let's actually, because I didn't even plan on this one, but now we're kind of going into the what's it called? The jungle a little bit. Which, again, is another area that I don't think we're supposed to actually be in just yet. But still very, very cool anyways. Oh, goodness. Get out of here, you stupid spider. Now, was there... I love that, man. That flare is so awesome. Okay, I thought there was something else around here. You know what? Let's actually use another piece of TNT to blast our way into that bottom area, because I know that there is actually something down there. Although I'm not exactly sure what. It looks like it's just a bunch more resources, which is always a good thing. It's always a good thing. Oh my goodness, it's so dark right now. I can barely even see what's going on. Even with our night helmet. I keep calling it a night helmet. The arms dealer has arrived. Yes. All right. So we got him. Oh my goodness. Can we actually set up an air pocket? Yes, we can. Whoa. I see you. I saw you. Yeah, it's one of those idiots. Yep. I see him. I'm trying to stop him, but it's not really working out. Come on. Come on. You feel an evil presence watching you. I do? Does that mean that? I think that means something about like the eye boss spawning really soon. I'm not exactly sure on the messages what those mean exactly just yet. I see a million enemies down there, but you know what? For today, let's, come on, jump out of the water. Get out of there. Let's just go over here into the actual bloop. I'm taking screenshots. Let's go into the jungle over here. Welcome to the jungle, yeah. Let's capture this stupid piranha too. Come here. Okay, we can't capture the piranha. My bad. I thought that we could. I know that you can capture goldfish and stuff like that, and they're actually very good for money. Especially if you end up running into a goldfish statue, because then we can set up to some wiring, at least a little bit later on, and pretty much spawn a million zillion of them. Now, I know from my days of playing this on the Xbox 360 version that we need those jungle spores in order to make the jungle armor. Yeah. Is this a jungle tree? I don't think we've ran into many, if any of these. What is that on our left? Ooh, something's generated over there. So we'll go check that out in a minute. But first I want to get rid of that bat. Yeah, there's some kind of weird temple actually over there. So that is awesome. We got one heck of a find. I'm just kind of skimming the map to see whether or not there's anything else really, really cool around us. But my goodness, look at that. There's a treasure chest as well. Oh my goodness. Yes, let's take this way. Hopefully this will get us. Whoop. I see all of those pricklies. I see all of them. Get out of my face. Alright, so this is one heck of a find, man. I didn't even know that you could actually get some type of weird jungle, like, dungeon like this. So that's actually very cool. This is something new to me. Let's put down a torch. This is so cool, man. I hope we end up getting some kind of crazy treasure, because that's the other big thing that I have like such an appeal for this game now, because the earlier version that I played didn't have most of this like crazy epic loot and stuff like that. Oh, I hope that guy drops the mining helmet so that we don't have to buy it. We could buy one right now, but I don't really want to. Plus, I think this knight helmet or whatever is a little bit better than it, I think, honestly. Did we get anything good? Mining pants. All right. Is this a door that requires a key? Whoa, man. Oh, lizard. I know that lizard stuff is something. This is probably definitely got to do with the Draconis stuff. Yeah, this definitely got to do with the Draconis lore and everything like that I always teased on the channel for a million zillion years. So this is awesome. So anyway, just look up Draconis. You'll see what I'm talking about. Or the reptilians, I think they're called. But either way, this is so cool, man. Can we actually dig through this? No, I didn't think so. So I guess we're not going to be able to go in there today, which that kind of sucks because I was hoping that we'd be able to, but whatever. At least we can go and get this treasure over here, and we are still progressing quite a bit. The biggest thing that I need to get the hang of is that, our beautiful grappling hook, because it is a tool to be reckoned with that I never end up using. Honey dispenser, don't know what that is. Special crafting, very, very cool. Gold coin. More spelunker potion, ammo, another suspicious looking eye, that's awesome. What is this? We found some wands? Consumes rich mahogany. Places living rich mahogany. Living rich places leaves. Okay. Very, very cool. I don't know what that stuff is. My goodness. This thing seems like a very rare item. Increased movement speed and 4 defense. So you know what? That actually replaces that one. Because this one increases our movement speed and gives us attack. We pretty much need most of these, but we don't need the ice skates right now anyway. I want to see what these things do. Ooh! Rich mahogany. So, oh, I see. These waste. These waste. Okay. Alright. Well, I don't really know what these things are, but I guess it just gives us some free wood or something like that. Maybe... Oh, okay. No, because we're filling up our inventory with more mahogany, and it is actually working to help us out. So, I guess it's some type of weird building tool or something. I don't really know. What is this right here? Green torch. We don't really need that. But that's still really, really cool, man. I like it. I don't like how it's always trying to select us to it. That's kind of weird. Oh, never mind. That's just because we were selected to it. Duh. Okay. But anyway, let's see what's inside this chest right here, and then maybe we will actually call it for today, because we've actually done quite a bit. So, did we get anything good? We got another one of these. Increases movement speed again. So this one is giving us defense. This one's giving us movement speed. So we will be even faster, actually, if we end up getting that one. Emits an aura of light. Well, you know what? We may as well waste that right now just so that we get out of our inventory. Bloop. I see what it does. Okay, coolness, man. Loot all. We still need our gun right here. I kind of already have one of these statues. So you know what? Let's actually place this right here because I personally find that these chests are... Whoops. I find that the chests are a lot more important than most of this stuff. But still, that's very cool, man. And now I actually know what the mahogany looks like. So that is actually very good for... Oh, is that tungsten? Yeah, that's tungsten. I'm kind of getting the hang of the ores as well. Oh, goodness. We're like, I think, full inventory for most of this stuff. Well, anyway, you know what? That was already a very exciting episode, so I hope that you all enjoyed today's episode, and I'm getting the hang of this. I'm getting the hang of the game. So thanks, everybody, for all your comments and stuff like that. You kind of always inspire me to do better with all this stuff, you know? And the fact that this has kind of gone down to a weekly series once again has also kind of made me want to work a little bit harder, you know? Because also with it being a weekly series, that means that I do have more time for research. But anyway, that's gonna be it. So thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to smack that like button, share, favorite, and subscribe to join Team Pixel Sign. And stay epic, everybody.
Believe in yourself. Don't care